Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. MATTROISE here with another live stream tonight of the Montreal Screwjob. Dark Side of the Ring. How's everybody doing tonight? We are live. Who do we have in the house tonight? Who do we have? Good evening, everybody. The Messiah, Jessica Peterson. Who else we have here? Sammy Talks, King Cullum. Balto Rhodes, Dark Angel. What's going on, everybody? We are live. Day 77 Gaming, Rory to go. Who else we have here? Who else? Who else do we have on the stream tonight? Which message? Kurt Manchester. What's going on? I haven't checked any messages for a few minutes. If you want to say it here, I didn't catch anything. Eric Zahadio in the house. What's going on, man? We are live. Wow, I can't wait for Dark Side of the Ring, the Montreal Screwjob. How about you guys? I can't wait. Oh, Dark, yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. Jeez, I hope you feel better. I'm really sorry to hear that. What's up, King L. Moxley? I got my pot of gold here, ready to go. Dark Side of the Ring.
Welcome to Dark Side of the Ring Confidential, coming to you from the former ECW Arena in Philadelphia. I'm your host, Conrad.
Here we go, Dark Side of the Ring.
Creators of this fine series, Mr. Evan Husney and Jason Eisner. How's it going, guys?
Jason Eisner and Evan Husney. Jason Eisner was actually on the stream last week, so that was incredible. Yes, it's Austin 316 day as well, guys, so definitely toast to Austin 316. It is Austin 316 day. Young Gamer! What's going on?
Sort of setting up who the power players are, what the championship means to these people, and the way we kind of treated it.
Hey yo, the Daily Dan blog. What's going on?
Heist for the backstage guys that try and get this belt off Brett somehow. All right, well, let's get to it. Here's Act 1 of Dark Side of the Ring, the Montreal Screwjob.
Oh, Young Gamer, yeah, we won't be doing trivia tonight. We're doing it tomorrow, though. Eric Smith, how you doing, man? That's incredible, Dark Angel.
Was the WWF champion. On November the 9th, 1997, professional wrestler Bret Hart had fought and clawed his way to the top as world champion. But in a matter
Yeah,
of seconds,
it happened in '97,
those who make it
Messiah.
can just as easily destroy you. Here's the problem. Bret didn't want to lose the championship. It's your last night in the company. We need to crown a new champion. You know what? We'll just take it from him. I remember when I was a kid exactly where I was standing.
It's kind of messed up.
And I remember just as precisely where I was when I found out about the Montreal Screwjob. Screwing a Canadian hero in Canada? How much more evil can one get? And I still feel this day like I have a neon sign on my head. I f***ed you, Brad. Never told you about it, but I f***ed you. I was so mad that I could just ready to explode. The Screwjob changed so many things in the business. The innocence of wrestling.
That's right, Cullum.
This was one of the worst things in the world that happened to me in this business. Say what you want about wrestling. That was real. He really screwed that guy. The incident known as the Montreal Screwjob marks a turning
That's awesome, Dark Angel. Wow.
Never before had the curtain been pulled back to fully reveal the behind-the-scenes drama. A dark cloud
Why are there bleeps?
exposed. Legacies
I guess they don't want to have the curse words get out.
will never see wrestling the same.
The Battle Pass days. Oh, I wish I could, man. I'll tell you what, if you win a prize on the pay-per-view, if you want to get a battle pass for your prize, I'll do that. If you win a prize. Top 3 trivia scores though. Yeah, Rory, I know you were saying that yesterday, Jim Cornette.
This is my history, my life here, all these guys. Despite everything that's happened with the screw jobs and all that kind of stuff.
King Kong, he said it was a work too?
My name's Jim Cornette.
Hey, Card Tricks 4 in the house. What's going on, man?
In the United States as a manager, announcer, trainer, matchmaker.
Actually,
Pretty much done it all. I was actually
great news. Card Tricks 4 is okay. I spoke with him today. He's doing fine. He's doing fine. So Card Tricks 4 is okay.
I was the executive vice president.
Great news. Great news.
Writer, producer, director. Brother Love.
Welcome back, Card Tricks 4.
You name it, wore a lot of hats.
Greg Stanley. Bret Hart, in my opinion, was one of my favorite wrestlers of all time.
And Stu was an age-old veteran, double tough. The dungeon was the basement in the Hart family house.
I couldn't believe when this happened, you know, back in the day, the Montreal Screwjob.
Man, we go down there and torture a bunch of football players and bodybuilders. I don't feel my arms, sir. Let me show you a hold here. You just take your arm like this and then you just ease his hand. The Hart family is one of the most famous families in the history of our business. The sons were all wrestlers. The daughters all married wrestlers. They had a wrestling bear that lived.
Really, Dark Angel?
It
Wow.
was like the Munsters house for the people in Calgary. Stu would
Hey, Steve, wrestling fan. What's going on? How you feeling?
had a bunch of cats, and he'd take the thing where he's flipping the eggs, and he'd flip the cat shit over there, and then go back to flipping the eggs, you know. It made him tough, is what it did. And Stu
Oh, that's nasty.
Stampede Wrestling promotion in Alberta, and had a very successful company there for a long time. Hello, and
Steve, you saying it's a work too? Wow, a lot of you guys are saying it's a work.
kind of a pale, skinny,
Was it a shoot?
21-year-old.
Was it a work shoot? I mean, I don't know if I can't totally say it was a work, and I can't totally say it's a shoot.
Professional wrestler.
I'm on the fence, guys.
1984, Stu Hart is trying to keep his struggling territory afloat. The rapidly expanding WWF strikes a deal to acquire the entire promotion, along with Stu's main star, his son Bret. When Vince bought Stu Hart Stampede Wrestling in 1984, he took Bret Hart and Jim Neidhart, who was his son-in-law, as a team. The Hart Foundation.
Jim Neidhart.
Jimmy Hart, no relation. They were a tremendous tag team, and Bret Hart had a perfect foil in Shawn Michaels. When you have two guys like Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels, they're as talented as they are at what they do to begin with. And then sometimes there's just chemistry. You find a duet between two singers that have never worked together before, but suddenly
Hey, Randy Pala, what's going on?
internationally, we're getting reports back that we've got a megastar on our hands in the form of Bret Hart.
So Bret really knocked Vince's eye.
So that was all they wanted to see. That's all they wanted to talk about. This. At the same time, Ric Flair was the champion, and Rick was having some health issues.
You got a point there, King L Box. You got a good point.
Why not, Bret? That's kind
Dark Angel, you see it as a work and a shoot at the same time. I could see that.
If you could cross a genius with P.T. Barnum and Donald Trump, you would get the love child.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice, Eric Smith. That's awesome, man.
Third-generation wrestling promoter. Vince controls.
You were 8 months old when it happened, Dark Angel. Wow,
They run the
I was a teenager when it happened.
Over the years, Vince had a good relationship with Bret. I don't know. I think.
Oh, Steve, so you're saying
Bret became
that Bret and Vince Russo went to WCW to kill off WCW. That's what you're saying, right? Jeez, wow.
the criteria for a world champion in those days. There was
Oh, how can you donate prizes?
maneuvers.
Rory, how can you donate prizes so places 4 to 10 get prizes? Also in the Mania pay-per-view.
It's not actually one
What kind of prizes you wanna donate, Rory? Let me know what kind of prizes you want to donate.
Contest, game, storyline. Brett served,
Oh, thank you, Messiah. The 5 to 10 stars. That's awesome. If you check my channel, I have keto cookie recipes on my channel. Check them out. I have a few keto cookie recipes on my channel. A Chips Ahoy one and a double chocolate chip.
champion of a major company. It meant that the promoter thought that you were the best talent, that you were the best draw, that you could make.
Oh, you were right, Steve. You were absolutely right. Oh, autograph pictures. Oh, okay.
Wrestling promotion suddenly starts losing out Vince McMahon and the television ratings.
It's a good question.
In the early 90s was a
You could send them to me if you want. You could send them to me if you want, and then I'll disperse them
producer of the second voice within
as prizes for
WWF is up here.
the top, for the lower scores for WrestleMania. If you would like to, you can send them to me, and I'll send them out. Yeah.
Their content towards kids. I decided I wanted my characters to be more reality based.
It's up to you, though.
WCW came after our talent. The perception was they offered them a lot more money. You know, when Hulk Hogan left the WWF, I think it hurt
Oh, thank you, Balto.
personally.
Thank you. Don't forget, guys, put a like on the stream if you have not already. I would appreciate it.
All Kevin Nash in the very beginning.
We'll be doing trivia tomorrow. Tonight, we're talking about
Piper, short
the Montreal Screwjob.
call as it came to be known happened because Nash and Hall were leaving to go to WCW for their big contracts. It is my last appearance for the WWE, and it's also Kevin Nash's last appearance. It was at Madison Square Garden, the most famous arena in the world. After the last match, Hall and Nash and Michaels and Helmsley, 2 of them good guys, 2 of them bad guys, all went out to the ring and had a big hug. And
Yeah,
a big
King L.
kiss.
Moxley. Hebner's the one who did it, not Kyoto.
No idea what was going on. It was Shawn and those guys.
Not Mike Kyoto. It was Hebner who did it.
Kayfabe in front of
Earl.
the fans in Madison Square Garden. The word kayfabe is like a lot of wrestling terminology. It comes from the days of the carnivals.
Hey, gamer guy.
In wrestling,
What's going on?
fans and the general public in the inside world and ruin the illusion. It wasn't like that. It all just happened organically because the fans were going crazy. It was like a magical moment. Here we are, 25 years later, talking about it. You had been
Oh, thank you, gamer guy. Thank you.
secret brotherhood, and you kept those illusions
Keto
private
pizza
to yourself
cookie.
because
I'm not sure about that, Messiah.
now it's
That might be a little different.
the biggest promotions heats up. Wrestling's fourth wall starts to crumble, exposing its secrets. And while Brett enters the biggest rivalry of his career,
Me too. Me too, Eric Smith. I want that to happen too. The same results.
All right, we're back here on Dark Side of the Ring Confidential. Guys, there's a lot to unpack in Act 1. I'm curious, though, Jason, as a Canadian yourself, a kid who grew up in the 90s, what did Bret Hart mean to you as a fan? The Hart family are like in Canada. We've got Wayne Gretzky, and then you've got Bret Hart. It may actually go the other way around, Bret Hart. and then
Yeah,
Wayne
Bret
Gretzky.
Hart first.
He's
Yeah.
a hero. Everyone I knew growing up, all thought that Bret Hart was like the coolest guy. And so when the Montreal Screwjob happened, and in Canada, that was like headline news. Evan, so many of the episodes.
Jeez, I hope you feel better, Dark Angel. I hope it works out.
And this is really focusing on one single incident. That's a different challenge, right?
Yeah, we were actually making season 1, but we didn't have the name Dark Side of the Ring yet. That was something my mom actually came up with later on.
That's my fiance.
Conspiracies, stories about tragedies, but also things that more spoke to the behind-the-scenes sports side of wrestling.
We're just getting started. There's so much more to Dark Side of the Ring. The Montreal Screwjob. Stay here.
Montreal Screwjob. The Dynamite Kid. I think so. If I'm not mistaken, Randy. We'll see though. If not, they should make an episode about Dynamite Kid. Oh, okay, Dark Angel. Hopefully, you get the answers you need. You know. But in any case, this is one of my favorite subjects in professional wrestling because there's so many different things you could look at all different types of angles with the Montreal Screwjob. What's up, Randy Orton? Thank you for liking the stream. Okay, Eric Smith. Wow, you got good choices here. Yeah, I agree with you, man. Those are some good choices you got there. Hey, Sammy Talks. What's going on? Possibly the next round, Sammy. We'll talk about Hall of Famers next round. Hopefully, maybe by SummerSlam or so. We'll see. But Gamer Guy, yeah, my predictions for Sunday. It's so this Sunday, I believe Roman Reigns is going to defeat Daniel Bryan. I believe Edge is going to defeat Jey Uso. Oh, that's going to be on SmackDown. Edge is going to defeat Jey Uso on SmackDown, so he's going to probably be the special guest referee or something like that. Really, Dark Angel? That's incredible. Days, you were blocked? How? But you're his friend. Jeez, with friends like him, you don't need enemies. You guys are raiding Nightbot? Why don't you leave that guy alone? Leave him alone. He's doing his own thing. Just leave him alone. I know it's funny, but it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Yes, Rory. Yes, I'll do Hall of Fame. Absolutely, Rory. I'll be doing the Hall of Fame. Messiah, you weren't born in '97. How in the hell did Montreal Screwjob happen in the first place? Shawn Michaels, Hunter Hearst Helmsley, and Vince was part of it, and Brett go to WCW to watch it die. Well, yeah, I thought it was a shoot all time. The whole time I thought it was a shoot. I don't know how it could be a work, the way it was presented, where they had everyone around the ring, all the officials. It looked like it was a legit shoot. I mean, it looked really, really out there, if you know what I mean. And the way they screwed Brett at the end, I mean, I don't know how it could be a work. But I will say this, I saw all the cameramen on the outside rallying to try to get in perfect position to get a perfect shot of the end result. So that's something I remembered watching it over again. Yeah. So it's pretty interesting. Oh, that's awesome, Dark Angel. Brett and Shawn actually got in a fist fight. I didn't know that, Dark Angel. Daily Damn Blog, possibly.
I also remember posters from his Japanese wrestling matches. Yeah, he walked us through all of it.
Well, let's get to it. Act 2 of the Montreal Screwjob coming up next.
Oh, okay, Lisa. I hope that works out.
Most controversial moments. Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels' contrasting in-ring styles led to some of the greatest matches of all time.
I believe it was real Randy, too.
Between Bret and Shawn, Bret was more basic, more grounded, more hard-hitting, more technical. Michaels from the other side. Michaels, he's an incredible performer.
I remember that, Dark Angel.
His stuff is more gritty and a little bit more gymnastic. He's caught by Bret Hart. And Shawn Michaels is probably the greatest performer all round. Plus, he was different.
Yeah, that's amazing, Dark Angel. Wow. Dark Order number 5 and Ryan Loco. That's awesome.
There were 2 separate occasions when I began to talk to Brett about coming over. And I heard the initial offer was $2 million, and then it was $2 million something, and it got up to like $3 million. And I'm sure they were rounding off, but at that point, what's the difference, right? Vince heard about them giving me an offer. And Vince said, he goes, I'll make you an offer.
Disco, was Gary quitting this channel a work or a shoot? That's something you guys don't know either, right? You'll never know if this was all a work or a shoot. What do you guys think? Was it a work or a shoot? I will say we have a very special Hall of Famer being inducted on April 8th in this stream. So was it a work or a shoot? You guys think about it.
I don't really care if you want to have dinner with me. Do you want to wrestle me? Oh, you do? Okay. I don't think that they were really that different, which is probably where the real life rivalry came.
Yeah, I didn't like it, Lisa.
First day, when I walked out and I ended up trashing Shawn Michaels on
Nice, Kurt.
playing Earl magazine centerfold.
Way too real to be a work.
Okay, if I bring up that Playgirl magazine,
Never know, Days.
he goes, no, go ahead.
Fan of the business. Maybe he is having sunny days. I remember that, Randy.
Now we're doing live TV, and these guys
No, thank you, Dark Angel. Thank you for being a part of the stream. Thank you.
Sonny's Tammy said she was one of the ballet. She was the first.
Ooh, speaking of the devil,
of the WWF, and Shawn was
Sunny.
making the inference that Brett was having some kind of an affair, or some kind of relationship with Sonny. Even though lately you've had some sunny days, my friend, you still can't get the job done in any situation. Now, from a fan's point of view, it's getting exciting. But if you're the other guy, you're hating the dude who's talking about you. 'Cause now you gotta
That's good, Dark Angel.
explain that to your wife. You don't mess with a guy
Messiah,
for his family.
Messiah, this is on Vice TV, Vice Network,
So we're in Hartford, Connecticut.
Viceland.
At the Hartford Civic Center. And all of a sudden the door busts open and in comes the Brooklyn Brawler. And he says, "Hey, Vince, Shawn and Brett have just gotten a fight in the bathroom." Shawn finally comes into my dressing room. We haven't talked for about a couple months. And I just remember I was just trying to be nice. I almost like forgot that we ever had issues. And I said, "Hey, Shawn, I was brushing my hair." And he goes, "I think I'm gonna fuck you." And whatever it was, Brett just leg dabbed him and took him down right there. So I grabbed him by the hair, swung him around the dresser. I think his feet rocked you off the ground a couple of times. And it was like two prostitutes fighting.
It might be disco. It might be the funniest thing on YouTube.
And he's hot. And he has got in his hand a handful of his hair. It looked like.
Keto spicy, Messiah.
And I'll never forget this. He says, "This is an unsafe working environment." As far as
I don't think I have made anything very spicy on my channel. I made curry chicken. That was pretty spicy.
As the backstage friction between Brett and Shawn intensifies, Vince begins to lose the TV ratings war and is forced to cut costs.
No chance, Rory. Well, you never know.
Vince comes back and looks at the commitment that he had made to Bret Hart, and it was a drain. It was a drain on the company from what we were bringing in at the time. Vince told me that basically he couldn't afford to pay me the contract that he gave.
Absolutely, Dark Angel. What's up, Rolando? What's up, Jason?
I can't remember exactly what day or when I heard that Brett had made the deal and was going to WCW, but Vince told us Brett was going to finish up at Survivor Series. He'd drop the belt and then he'd be free. It didn't turn out that way. With Brett leaving the company, Brett wasn't just leaving the company. He was leaving the company and going to our competitor that was beating us in the ratings. To have our champion leave the company is bad enough. To have them leave the company with the championship is kicking the nuts. The time-honored tradition
I don't think so, Randy. I think Dynamite Kid was great, but I don't think he was better than Brett and Shawn.
There wasn't a whole lot of worry about it because it was Brett, and we thought that there would not be any issue with Brett.
It's pretty good, Dark Angel. I mean,
To whoever we asked him to drop the
you don't have to make it too spicy,
that I was wrestling Shawn.
but it's good.
Maybe about 3 or 4 weeks before Survivor Series.
That would be awesome, Lisa. That
He told me, he goes,
death match, huh? That would be awesome.
"We're gonna drop the belt to Shawn." So I saw Shawn, I thought this is your chance to open the door for some dialogue. So I remember when we shook hands, I said, "Shawn, I just heard that we're wrestling at Survivor Series." I said, "I want you to know that you'll always be safe with me in the ring.
Me too, gamer guy. Yeah.
I would never do anything to hurt you or injure you or anything like that." And he looked at me and he said, "I appreciate that, but I just want you to know that I am not willing to do the same thing for you." And he turned around and walked out of the dressing room.
That's not nice.
Vince, even though he knew that Shawn and Brett hated each other, somehow he thought this match was magically
What I think is the biggest beer.
work out like he wanted. And the closer that we
I'm
got
not
to the match, the more obvious it was that it was not. One of the things he'd given
Oh, yes. Pritchard. I think Pritchard is.
Control of his character, the way he was presented. I'm the boss of my last 60 days. Why would I listen to Sean? He's disrespected me. I'm not wrestling Sean, or I'm not putting Sean over under any circumstances until he proves me that he's got enough respect for me to put me over first. And I was on Brett's side, because Sean was the prick, not Brett.
See, Brett was an old school cat, you see?
The news of Vince's current champion signing with his main competitor would spell his defeat in the ratings war. With his back to the wall, Vince must get his belt off Brett.
Well, that's good, Randy. Maybe technically he was in the ring, but he never made it to the fame as Brett or Sean.
We're going to hear from Brett in this episode, but we didn't hear from Sean. Did you guys attempt to get Sean on camera?
It was always our intention when we started planning out this episode to get them both. When you have two opposing viewpoints that are
All right, King L. Moxley. Hold on.
I wanted to have that in the episode. I actually remember being at a convention, waiting in line. I was getting somebody an autograph for Shawn Michaels. I was going to drop it like, hey, we're working on this thing, you know? So I get up to the front of the line. It took me forever. I was waiting there all day. And I was like, we're doing this documentary for Vice. It's about the screw job, and we'd love to talk to you about it, you know, just like jumbling it all out. And he's like, talk to him. Sean just like brushed me off to some other handler or manager or whatever. And I pitched it to him, and then we kind of waited around, and then we got word that Sean doesn't want to participate. He said everything that he's had to say. That was pretty much it. We tried to include as much of that side of the story as we could, but ultimately it's more about Brett.
The story of the Montreal Screwjob is just getting
So
started.
Sean didn't want to say anything else.
Done on Dark Side of the Ring, the Montreal Screwjob.
I hope Brock does return at Mania. I hope so.
Hey, this is Christian on the Volvo. Stay tuned for Vice News.
CBB TV, yeah, I saw that. Well, wasn't that he was no-selling the Claymore? They banned slapping the leg in WWE now. You can no longer slap your leg when you hit somebody. Did you guys know that? They banned that move. Oh yeah, Messiah. I've decided not to watch Impact while Dark Side of the Ring is on, because Dark Side of the Ring is, in my opinion, is a much more in-depth show than Impact. I have nothing against Impact. Impact is good, but as far as ratings is concerned, Dark Side of the Ring usually has more ratings than Impact. Oh, Adam Cole got it banned? He just slaps his thigh. Adam Cole got it banned. Jeez, Adam Cole. He's the blame for it, huh? Adam Cole, baby. Jeffrey Weir is here? What's up, Jeffrey Weir? What's going on, everybody? We are live. We're having a good time here tonight. Just so you guys know, I just launched the membership tab on YouTube. Check it out down below. You can now join the channel as a member on YouTube, so definitely check it out if you guys have not already. What's up, Ashley Morrison? We currently have our first member, the Dark Angel. The Dark Angel signed up just last night, our very first member, official member on the channel. So that's incredible, incredible. Is that? Oh, you can't join if you try. Oh, it's all right, Messiah. I mean, it's the options there if you guys want to check it out. No, it's not a dog, a gamer guy. That's my fiance. Somebody on the stream.
Exactly. He sees himself there. His family has such a long history with the McMahons. You know, I think that's where he'd want to wind up. So Vince not honoring the deal at the end of the day is
Really, Lisa? Oh, wow.
situation that we get into.
All right, coming up, we'll see exactly how the Montreal Screwjob went down. Keep it here. With his last match at the WWF less than 24 hours away, Bret Hart is refusing any scenario which has him losing the belt to his real-life nemesis, Shawn Michaels.
Don't worry, gamer guy. It's all good.
This McMahon might do. Showed up that day and I was ready for the match. But I did have suspicions about the referee. I remember thinking the only way they can screw me is Shawn will hit me or make me tap out.
I know Randy, a leg slap.
The way it'll work,
It's crazy.
referee.
Carlito.
I'm a referee. My
There's Earl Hebner.
relationship was great. Most of the time he always wanted me
Oh,
to ref his match.
he says sorry,
Go on, count to 3 and it's over. It's
babe.
not a ball game. We are so
He didn't know it was you.
full of 3 people. It's very, very
Oh, he says it's all right.
Okay, so let's get into the Montreal story.
Do we have to? Just kidding. The day before that show.
So this is
Got in my seat.
Dark Side of the Ring Confidentials, the second episode.
I said, yes, ma'am. She said, you have a first class seat. I said, my ticket don't say first class. She said, Mr. Hart bought you a first class seat. So I went over and sat beside Brett, and we talked, and Brett said, will you promise me one thing? I said, what's that? He said, you won't count me out? I said, no, I will not count you out. I said, you know they're going to ask you to screw me tomorrow. But he got the tears in his eyes, and he could his lip quiver, and he was like, the hell with that. I swear to God, on my kids, I would never, you know, and he was so adamant, and I shook his hand, and I said, just tell me if something like that's going to happen. Complicating matters. A film crew produced
Yeah, Carlito. I did see Dark Side of the Ring with Owen Hart. Season finale, season 2.
Second I landed, I've got the entire High Roads production.
Oh, Steve, wrestling fan. Yeah, I'm doing Dark Side of the Ring. I won't be doing NXT. Dark Side of the Ring. Yeah, I won't be doing NXT.
The idea was that Vince would get with Brett. I think that Vince felt that once he got in front of Brett,
Keto Green Smoothie Messiah up. I'm not sure if I did a green smoothie actually.
they wanted to fight.
I don't think I did.
That's not how I operate. He goes, just in case.
My name is Harry Zafran.
I saw that gamer guy.
I'm recordist on Wrestling with Shadows. The director told us, look, we gotta be very
Yeah, at least if
quiet about this.
Jeff Hardy leaves, I mean that.
That's Bret Hart is.
Hopefully he joins back with Matt Hardy in AEW.
Didn't let Vince know that he was recording it. I never ever wanted to leave.
St. Patrick's tomorrow. That's right. That's why I'm all festive.
Been a bad week for me. I feel kind of betrayed a little bit. The way this whole thing has been depicted, it's really hard for me as a hero here to come up short. I was determined to stick to my guns.
There's no negotiating with someone who's irrational days. Remember that.
I think what I like to do is get through today.
There's no negotiating.
Do my speech and forfeit the title. I think it allows me a chance to leave with my head up and leave in a nice way.
Yeah, guys,
I would think it'd be a Ryan.
let's chill out with the. Look at my last comment. Just retype your comment if it's something that's very important. I'll definitely try to get to it.
The match where Bulldog and Owen would run out, referee would lose control of the match, ring the bell, there would be no winner, and we would go off with a lot of chaos going on in the ring.
So the match would end in like a disqualification.
Yeah, like basically a no contest. Like I remember walking out to the ring, and I knew, like, okay,
Randy, you don't think they could wrestle?
submission was in a match like this.
I mean, they-
I already talked to Earl, and I thought about it, it's like I said, okay, I trust him.
I was always fans of the Hardy Boys, I will say.
That was my fatal mistake.
That's right, Dark Angel. Yep, copy and paste.
Jerry Briscoe says, Vince McMahon wants you to ring the bell when he puts Brett in sharpshooter. I said, what? And he said, well, why are you going to do it? I said, I don't know. Jerry Briscoe is a producer and agent, one of the toughest son of bitches on the face of the earth. Crazy Betty Hall.
Hey, RJ Charlton.
I'm not going to pay you. This is what Vince wants. Do you want a job or not? I said, I don't have an idea of what I'm going to do right now. Y'all mess my mind up. And this is the truth. I'm thinking, here's an opportunity to drop the bill. I know this is not right, but I got to have a job. I told Barbara.
Oh, Dark Angel, Sammy Callahan. Okay.
I'm gonna look good, get all my shit up the dressing room, put it in the car. So I'm walking to the ring. God, I promised Berta would count it out. That was the longest walk of my life.
I remember the Broken Hardys. I remember that Messiah. It's pretty good. Thank you, RJ. Okay, Carlito. Von Erichs. Oh, thank you, Rory. You rang the bell, Earl. Hebner got a dodge, man. It looked real to me, guys. Look real to me, guys.
Brett did the WCW for fans there in Montreal, but it was what it was. I had a nice big copper spit, and I remember just leaned over the top rope. Hollywood couldn't recreate something better than that.
That's what I'm saying. It was too perfect for it to be a work. It shouldn't have happened, Jason. You're right.
Widely viewed by fans as wrestling's most treacherous act, the Montreal Screwjob would tear the lid off of wrestling's sacred brotherhood. But its true architect has yet to be revealed.
It's true architect.
Conrad Thompson here, back with you on Dark Side of the Ring Confidential. Hey guys, it finally happened. The deed went down, the Montreal Screwjob. I do have a question though. How and why did we interview the sound guy from Wrestling with Shadows? This was probably one of the more surreal things we came across while making the show. While we were in Montreal doing an episode about the murder of Dino Bravo, Vice had hooked us up with a sound recordist there. He's talking to us about wrestling. He's
Okay, RJ.
Show, and he was like, "Oh, one time I was part of a wrestling documentary," and he was like, something like Wrestling with Shadows.
Ooh.
Were you there the night of the Screwjob? He's like, "Yeah, I was right by the ring." And we were like, "Are you kidding us?" He tells us this story about how like the director of Wrestling with Shadows came up to him and wanted to be very covert about putting this microphone on Brett for when he goes into this meeting with Vince. In case anything happens, there's a record of it. Yeah, and one of the crazier things about it was that Harry didn't even watch the documentary. He's never seen it. And we were like, dude, as soon as we're done filming these interviews for Dino Bravo today, you gotta go home and watch this documentary. And if you're down with it, let us interview you about it. So he goes home, he watches Wrestling with Shadows, and he comes back in a panic the next day. He's like, "Oh my god, it's Brett."
Absolutely, Messiah.
Now he's like all up to speed on everything. And so when he told us that he was there that night, it blew our minds.
Oh,
Couldn't believe
I
it.
haven't played it yet, RJ.
We're gonna hear from former WWE referee Mike Chioda.
Jason.
He's got a perspective you've never heard.
Jeff Hardy
What was supposed
loves
to happen
drugs.
on
He probably does.
It's next on Dark Side of the Ring Confidential.
Dark Side of the Ring Confidential. Wow, so why didn't they get Hebner though? They're getting Mike Chioda. Let's see what he has to say. He has a perspective on it. Seems pretty interesting. Carlito, you love apples? That's great, man. So you see Dark Angel, she's our first member, official member on the stream. She has a badge next to her name. So that's what you get when you become a member. You get a badge next to your name too. And whichever tier level you choose, you'll get those points for the pay-per-view. So whoever has the top 3 trivia scores on the pay-per-view this Sunday will be entitled to a prize. So it's in your best interest to be in those top 3 trivia scores, trust me. Broken Matt Hardy made me think I was on drugs. Really, Dark Angel? But it was a good character change. It was. It actually was. I found it pretty entertaining. Messiah, Jeff Hardy had demons to battle. Yeah, he did. He absolutely did. He definitely did. Brett versus Austin at Mania 14 would have been the best way to end their feud. Definitely, Randy. That would have been epic. Bret Hart versus Stone Cold at WrestleMania 14, following their epic battle from WrestleMania 13. It wouldn't get any better than that. And then for Stone Cold to possibly beat Bret Hart finally. Because, you know, Stone Cold never beat Bret Hart, really. I don't think he ever beat Bret Hart, if I'm not mistaken. It was trippy. Arcade, it was. Definitely King Cullum. But yeah, guys, I mean, to be honest, the Montreal Screwjob, it's way too perfect of it to be a work. I mean, there's no way they could have did it in such a perfect way. It just worked out so perfectly. Yes, Dark Side of the Ring. Yes, China. Absolutely. Rory, I would love to see a China Dark Side of the Ring. Don't worry, Lisa. What's up, Steve?
All right, we're back here on Dark Side of the Ring Confidential. I'm your host, Conrad Thompson. Joining me at the table, the creators of the series, Evan and Jason. We just heard from head referee Earl Hebner as far as his account of what happened that night in the ring at the Montreal Screwjob. But that wasn't the original plan.
Wasn't so perfect for Brett. Definitely, Danny.
Former WWE referee Mike Chiodo joins us now. How's it going, Mike? Welcome to the show.
Man, good to hear from you, Conrad. How's it going? Thanks for having me.
Let's jump right into it. What was your side of the Montreal Screwjob story?
All day, there was just a lot of tension, a lot of vibes. It was something that was weird.
Messiah was fake.
Going on. Brett knew something might go on. My role in that match was to come down on a bump that Earl was supposed to took, and I was supposed to count 1, 2, and then Owen was right behind me, and he shit cans me out the ring, picks me up on my back of my shirt, and my belt buckle, and just tosses me right through the second and third row. But obviously that never happened, and I was sitting there backstage while Earl took the bump, and then all of a sudden I hear the bell. I look over to Jerry Briscoe. He was gone from Gorilla, like he was supposed to send me. But that never happened because Jerry was on his way out to ringside. And as I'm looking through the curtain, Owen's going, what is going on? And I said, I don't know. That's wrong. And then I'm watching Earl running through the bomb, through the crowd, over the hockey boards. Earlier, Michelle had that earlier before the match, right before the match, he goes, hey, what's going on in this match? So I have no idea. I said, I have one spot. I come in, I count 2, get thrown out by Owen, and Owen turns around and super kicked. He's out of the picture. That's what we did, what was going on. Of course, everything was pretty much a complete lie at the end of that for that finish. So that's why nothing went down the way it was supposed to be planned on my part. I was planning.
Marty Jannetty, that's a good idea, Randy.
And you put 2 and 2 together, and that's why everything was like that. So that's why the finish went down like it did. And I believe, Brett got screwed. He got lied to.
So you feel bad for what happened to Brett, right?
It was kind of hard because Brett was a good friend of mine. He was a good family man. Him and John didn't have a lot of respect for each other. It was 2 top talent guys, and Vince and the company seen Shawn Michael as their superstar at that time. So they knew Shawn was going to be the future of the company. My point, I just didn't know why there wasn't room for Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels in the company, but those 2 egos didn't get together. It was 2 personalities.
In this episode, we hear from Earl and how difficult this decision was for him, and how it's
They didn't.
impacted his
Yeah,
life.
they didn't get
As a
along.
fellow referee, let's say you were
Brett
in
and
this
Shawn.
position and this happened to you. What would you do?
You know what? I would have had to do the same thing. I really would have. I would have had to do the same thing to feed my family because you would have been out on the streets, out on the outside looking in if you didn't do it that you were told.
Why do you think, like,
to this day, people are still so fascinated in the Montreal Screwjob.
Yeah, Jacob was on last night.
Career like that. Even myself, I felt bad watching it over and over. You know, when Brett came out of that sharpshooter, and he was just like, "What is going on? You got to be kidding me! They really did this to me and did it."
Hearing and seeing all the things that you saw, what do you think of people that think Brett was in on it?
No, Brett wasn't in on that. No, there was no way. I don't think Brett was in on that one bit. You know, because he had so much passion for this business. And I think that the heat that he had with Shawn Michaels personally, I think he would have dropped the strap anywhere else, the title, but not in Montreal that night.
Yeah, any other memories from that day?
I remember Earl Hebner, when I was supposed to do my spot, Earl Hebner never came up to me that day, and it said like, "Hey, are you going to be there for your spot? Make sure you come down. Make sure you do this. You know, when I take the bump, do this, do that." Earl never got with me that. And then there is one thing I'd like to add, because I remember before the match, Derek Briscoe had pulled
Good
over
idea,
and
Rory.
went kind of under the bleachers. I was getting ready to walk over there thinking, are they talking about a certain spot, or should I be involved in that? And then I kind of knew something's happening here. I just didn't know. I mean, they left me out of the loop completely, that's for sure. And thank God they did. I didn't want to be involved in that match, screwing somebody over like Brett and Hart.
What was running through your mind as this was unfolding?
Holy shit, I can't believe they did that to Bret Hart.
Wow, thanks so much, man. I really appreciate you sharing this with us.
You got it, man. No problem. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Thanks. Take care, Mike.
All right, you too. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yeah. That's fascinating stuff. Well, big thanks to Mike Chiodo. We're going to keep talking all things Montreal Screwjob coming up next.
Jeez. I don't know. Mike Chiodo, you know, he said, you know, there's no way that could have been fake. You know, I don't know. Really, Lisa, the New Day, they wanted him again. I mean, they're the tag champs again. Yeah, I can't call him. Mike Chiodo's in AEW now, so he can literally say anything he wants. He's not employed by WWE anymore. He's in AEW. So he really has nothing to worry about in that aspect. But yeah, it's crazy. It's really crazy. I mean, for that to happen. But who knows? I mean, who really knows? It could be the greatest work in the history of professional wrestling, if it was a work. It could be the greatest work in the history of professional wrestling. Hey, what's that? Cinnamon. What's up, Cinnamon Smith? What's going on? What's up, Ranger Chidori? How you feeling? Really, Steve? Yeah, Steve. I mean, it could be the greatest work in the history of professional wrestling. I mean, but how are we going to know for sure? I mean, there's really, it's really difficult to find out for sure. And after that, they created the greatest villain in the history of professional wrestling, Mr. McMahon, the greatest heel in professional wrestling, Mr. McMahon. They weren't planning on that either, so. Yeah, I'm not sure, Steve. I mean, it's just to this day, you know, like, it's been a quarter of a century, and I mean, I'm up in arms about it. I don't know if it was real or fake. I mean, of course, 99.9% of professional wrestling is predetermined and a work. But is this in this instance, is it the 0.1%, 0.01% I mean, I don't know. I really don't know. I'm still as confused now as I was before. Oh yes, the Daily Dan blog. If you guys have not subscribed to him, subscribe to him. He just posted a video today revealing another YouTube channel's amazing figure collection, wrestling figures and Star Trek and all types of figures. They're doing a massive giveaway, and in order for you to be eligible for that giveaway, you have to subscribe to them and then follow their directions as to how you would get those prizes. So definitely check that out if you guys haven't already. Daily Dan blog has it on his channel.
Curious, he's told this story 100 times. Why was he interested in sharing his story with you?
We had just come off of making the story about Bruiser Brody, and we talked to Bruiser Brody's family, and we got deep into investigating the circumstances of his death, and then he was just like, immediately heard that, and that was like, to him, Brody meant so much. It was almost like, well, if they're doing a story on Brody, then this might be legit. That was it. That's all you needed to hear.
Well, let's get to the real drama. Let's see the aftermath of what happened when Earl Hebner called for the bell at Survivor Series 1997 as the Montreal Screwjob. Let's watch.
Here we go.
This is where I've told a couple of these things. I've never gone this far, but I figured, like I said, I'm not going to talk about this on TV anytime in the rest of my life, so I guess at this point I don't care who gets mad at me. So it was me and Vince Russo at Vince McMahon's house.
My name is Vince Russo. I was the head writer at the WWE during the infamous Montreal Screwjob, and quite honestly, I wasn't even originally slated for this documentary, and then I wanted to be a part of it because I was there. Like, I knew what happened.
So I'm sitting there that day. First, Vince gets up and he takes a phone call from
Psychiatrist? What psychiatrist?
Vince pitched many different scenarios for Shawn
Definitely
Michaels
Jason.
to take the belt off of Bret Hart, and Bret soured on every single one of them. Vince told Bret we'd go back to the drawing board, and that's exactly what we did.
well, this finish won't work and that finish won't work, and Bret just wants to come out and hand the belt over on TV the following night without getting beat. I'm sure he does. So then he goes and he calls Shawn. Every time Vince goes in there, then I sit in a room twiddling my thumbs with the guy that I hate worse than anybody in the world, Vince Russo.
We'd get in these creative meetings, and the three of us would argue. And it wasn't the three of us, it was Jim and me.
We could not be farther apart physically, philosophically, mentally, morally. If one of us was an African-American lesbian nun and the other was a Nazi skinhead Martian from outer space, we could not be more different.
He's still living in 1970. I'll never forget he made the comment, oh, when a guy comes out of a box, he's instantly over. Like, bro, this is like 1996. Like, who's coming out of boxes, bro?
Who's coming out of boxes, bro? Oh, okay, Dark Age, not until Thursday, okay.
Finally, Vince comes out, and I'm about lost my religion with the whole creative team thing.
I'm not sure, Rory, if Vince would ever do this again. I mean, sure, he's done it before, he could do it again, but
I said, Vince, I said, there's got to be something we can do. I said, it's your company and it's your belt. So then Vince looks at me and says, well, then how would you do it, pal? Well, now it's a challenge. Once again, I'm going through every finish I can think of, or every situation I ever think of where nobody wanted to do a job. I said, goddamn, double crossing. You can learn more about modern wrestling from these classic books and classic magazines than you can by talking to people today, because history always repeats itself. In 1931, there was another double cross in Montreal. The Battle of the Bite. Strangler Lewis controlled the championship and nobody could get it away from him because it was worth so much money. Lewis has a title match in Montreal against Henry Deglaine. They lock up and immediately Deglaine grabs Lewis's own hold on Lewis, the headlock, and takes him down, and they go down on the mat because Lewis is working with him, and probably they're going to do some kind of reversal. Deglaine starts screaming bloody murder at the top of his lungs. The referee checks Deglaine. Huge bite mark on the guy's chest. Apparently, when Deglaine got the headlock on Lewis, Lewis had bitten him disqualifies Strangler Lewis and awards the title.
Wow.
That's a double cross. And it's as old as the hills in wrestling. So when Vince says, well, how would you do it then? Brett's hold is the sharpshooter. But let Sean get Brett's hold on him. If the referee just calls for the bell as a submission,
What's up, Jovan?
nobody can tell anything was wrong because that's what it's supposed to look like anyway. And to tell anybody anything was wrong, I said Bret Hart, of all people, would have to expose the business. I said, what's he going to do? Call the newspapers?
That's what he did.
And he gave that humph like he does whenever you would be discussing tomfoolery. And he would say, all right, let's get back to reality. And we went on.
Do you recall during that meeting with Vince and Cornette ever told a history lesson about double crosses that had happened in the past?
Unless
Okay, Randy. Have a good night, man. Say hello to your cousin for us.
I'm not going to call Jim Cornette a liar. And when I was sitting at the table and Cornette was sitting at the same table, I pitched that exact scenario to Vince. So basically, out of
CBTV.
frustration, I said, Vince, screw it, Vince. Have Sean put the sharpshooter on Brett and have the referee call for the bell. Do that.
Vince Russo didn't know what a double cross was. He was sitting there with his eyes open.
People tell me all the time, oh, Vince, you take credit for the Montreal Screwjob. I wish I didn't pitch the idea. That was a miserable night. It was one of the
Wait, Vince
worst
just took credit for it too.
in the wrestling business.
I swear on my mother's grave, my father's grave, my wife's life, and my dog's life, the story I just told you is true. Vince Russo is the biggest liar in professional wrestling, and imagine the territory that takes in.
What do you guys think of that?
Sitting there at the monitor, I saw him go into the spot. That's when I shit myself. Holy he's actually going to do this. And look to this, look right now. Close up.
Oh, he's got the
I'm thinking,
goosebumps just like me.
knows about this.
My hair's standing up.
There's a high probability that somebody in this building is going to want to beat the shit out of me in the next 10 minutes. And I'm going to get out of here. When I'm starting my car up and starting to pull out, that I heard a car rev the motor and saw the headlights pop up behind me. That had to be Hebner. I beat him out of the building.
He beat Hebner out of the building.
Welcome back to Dark Side of the Ring Confidential. Guys, we just heard Jim Cornette mention Earl Hebner again. I can't help but think Earl Hebner's kind of a tragic figure in all this.
Yeah, he is still haunted by this, as you can obviously see. He still has to look over his shoulder. And when he heard that we were a bunch of Canadians...
Yeah, I know, Messiah. I know 316 Day.
There was a thought in his mind that we were Canadians coming down to seek revenge for his involvement in the Montreal Screwjob.
There was like this vibe that was off with him.
Yeah, he was like pacing around in the parking lot.
And then about like, I don't know, half an hour, just as they were getting set up and finishing it, he's sitting down, he's like, I just gotta be honest with you guys. It's like, what's up? And he's like, I thought y'all were gonna kill me. And then he actually showed us the text messages that he was sending his wife, like, no, these guys are cool, it's okay.
I can't believe this is real, but I think we have a clip of this. Let's take a look.
Well, something's not wrong. I said, I don't feel comfortable about this thing. No, honest to God, I started to call. I got a buddy on the police force. I started to get him to come down here and let him knock on the door. So if a bullet came through the door, he'd shoot him and not me. I really didn't know if this was a setup or what. And Howard, the way you started out, made it look like a setup. Bet you wanted to kill my ass.
He's the one that's had to live with the consequences of this for so long. Like his fans, you know, always are chanting, you screwed Brett, you screwed Brett. Anywhere he goes.
Fascinating. Coming up next, it's the fallout from the Montreal Screwjob.
He's right.
Keep it here.
He's right. He's right. You know, Vince didn't take the fall. Shawn Michaels took the fall, and so did Earl Hebner. They both took the fall. To this day, they cannot let that down. Dark Angel Guinness. Not yet. I'm going to try to get some for tomorrow, though. A Guinness Stout for St. Patty's Day tomorrow. Jeez. Yeah, he was the man behind it, Messiah, but the thing is, he didn't go down for it. Shawn Michaels and Earl Hebner, they took the fall. In the fans' eyes, they're not mad at Vince. They're mad at Earl Hebner. They're mad at Shawn Michaels. Those two men is what people are mad at. Those are the two individuals that people are mad at. Shawn Michaels and Earl Hebner. Oh, that's great, Dark Angel. Is it a good idea to have prizes for places 4 to 10 at Mania? Rory up. I'm not sure. I think there might be a little bit too many prizes. I think it might be a little bit too many, but the top 3 trivia scores each night. I think that's sufficient. You know, that's 6 total prizes, and I think it'll be fine. It has been a long time coming, Chris. Yep, $40. Just $40. That's it. So make sure, guys, that make sure you guys tune in for Fastlane this Sunday. We'll have prizes. The top 3 trivia scores will win prizes. The top 3 trivia scores will win prizes this Sunday. Oh, that's great, Rory. That's awesome, man. That's incredible. Oh, Lisa, Bad Bunny gave the 24/7 title to R-Truth yesterday. R-Truth is the champ. R-Truth is the champ. Angry Snowman. It's a little bit too angry for us. Let's take care of the Angry Snowman. Show him the door, please. No, Sammy, I know Vince was the one who called for the bell. But people are not persecuting Vince for that. Even in my eyes, I'm not looking at Vince like that. I'm looking at Shawn and Earl Hebner, because they both had the choice not to do it.
Dark Side of the Ring Confidential is back. Before the break, we saw
They chose to do it.
his relationship with Jim Cornette.
Even though they wanted, you know, they say, no, they wouldn't have jobs.
We originally were
They chose to do it.
the Brawl for All episode, and while we were doing that, he heard us talking about that we were going to do an episode about the Montreal Screwjob, and he kind of like stopped us and said, guys, if you're doing a story about the Montreal Screwjob, I got to get in on that because I was there.
You gotta talk to me. I mean, I know everything that happened, bro. It was my idea, bro.
It's so surreal.
He said it was his idea.
Next, and we're going to hear those messy details of when the Hitman put one on the chin of Vince.
Okay, Dark Angel, come back anytime.
The Montreal Screwjob.
That's an hour and a half.
Double-crossed on live television by his boss, Vince McMahon. WWF executive Bruce Pritchard is blindsided himself by the sudden change in plans.
So it's chaos.
Okay, Chris, all right, don't worry about it, man.
What's happening in front of me?
How did you feel about not being involved in?
Oh God, I was pissed off that I wasn't smart enough.
Cold trivia, Messiah.
Pissed off because I was left in the back alone in a
Well,
position where everyone thought
We'll do some more trivia tomorrow.
I wasn't
Wrestling trivia.
very alone. I felt betrayed. That piece of shit's locked himself in his office. Cameras are off. Show's over. I got screwed. And I was so mad. There's Sean suddenly in my dressing room. He's swearing to God that he had nothing to do with it.
Sean, you were in on that? My hands are clean. This one, I swear to God.
And he was a bad actor.
But one of the two was in on it. Then I think.
Sean had to be in on it. You know, at that time, I had no idea.
Yeah, Bruce Pritchard had no idea.
Just put it on that. There's like this hush in the dressing room. Everyone's kind of stunned. I remember Undertaker got so mad that he kicked over one of those big steel barrels. He just slammed the door.
said something about he was going down to Vince's office to get a straight answer on why they did that to me.
You know, Vince, you gotta go over and talk to him, explain why you did what you did. You gotta give him one. And by giving him one, if he's gonna hit you, you gotta take one. Brett came out of the shower and told Vince, get out of this dressing room. And then he said, if you're still here when I get out, I'm gonna get dressed, I'm gonna punch you out. Brett finished the shower. I mean, he went back in, took his sweet ass time and finished the shower. And Vince stood right in the middle of the room waiting for him to finish.
So I finish shower and I come out, and it's funny because I walk out of the shower sopping wet, naked. Vince said something to me along the lines of, this is the first time I ever had to lie to one of my talent, which is such a lie. I remember tying my shoes, and I remember when I got tied my last shoelace, I started to tie it like, oh, this is it.
Oh, definitely worry. I do Dark Side of the Ring when the new season starts too. Yeah, I did the whole season 2.
Just like a pro wrestling match, and I remember just sinking down and kind of just turning my whole body and thinking 14 years coming up right between our arms, and I hit Vince McMahon with the most beautiful Mike Tyson uppercut. I popped him literally right off the ground. He went straight down, out cold.
Wow.
Everybody was stunned. No one could believe it.
It was dead silent for a while, and nobody said anything. And then Brett said, get the out of my dressing room.
So I have to say that I remember Shawn Michaels, he was bawling his eyes out like a baby. And I remember thinking, I know you were in on it. And he knew it. He's like waiting for me to make my way over to him and finish him off. I remember I just tapped him on the shoulder and I said, Shawn, thanks for the match. Or he couldn't believe that I thanked him for the match. And then he looked up at me and he just burst into tears, like really blubbering. Like,
I had never to that point heard of that much drama and backstage. Just bullshit.
Wow.
guys, I lost sleep. I shouldn't have done that thing.
Brett, you're not going to understand this now, but Vince was trying to protect his business. It was never about not trusting you. He didn't trust Eric.
I went in Vince's office and said, I need to talk to you. He said, okay. I said, he said, I got to meet with everybody today. We'll take care of it. Set everybody down and said, what I did last night was my call. It's not Earl's fault, and anybody don't like it can come to my office and I'll release your ass right now. Screwjob was already in the makings. They had to find somebody that would do it.
The conversation I had with Vince where we really had a big heart-to-heart was the following Wednesday in Stamford. And I told him what I thought. Vince's reaction to it was, if you had known, then you would have known. You would never be able to say that you didn't know. Shawn Michaels risked everything for you and for this company. So before you condemn Shawn Michaels, understand what he did for you and your family. There were a lot of what-if scenarios.
He's right.
The night before. And I think that everybody believed that at the end of the day, Vince was going to be able to convince Brett to drop the championship.
Oh, really, Rory?
It didn't happen.
Brody and then Owen. Okay.
Jerry Briscoe's let Shawn know there's a spot in the match that Shawn get him in the sharpshooter, ring the bell.
Of all people, Bret Hart, who was raised in the wrestling business, whose father was a wrestler, who went through the code, he's the one that exposed the business.
We're talking with Bret Hart, the Hitman, today. How are you?
It was very important to me after 14 years of probably the most dedicated, loyal.
Okay, Danny, have a great night. Thank you for stopping by, man.
I've given this man everything you could ever ask for, and I made it very, very clear that my character is not in any way, shape, or form going to be humiliated.
Brett was telling Eddie and everybody that he didn't lose, he was screwed, and it was something that Vince felt it was important to address on Monday Night Raw.
Did you or did you not screw Bret Hart?
There's a time-honored tradition in the wrestling business that when someone is leaving, that they show the right amount of respect.
And the people are like, no, we don't want to like the rich billionaire boss. We liked Bret Hart. He was our hero.
Bret Hart didn't want to honor that tradition.
Vince was really giving Bret Hart all kinds of shit for not honoring the time-honored tradition of doing the right thing on the way out on TV. This didn't happen ever before.
What's up, Dalton Hart?
Just came across very
Top of the morning to you. That's right, Dark Angel.
and very, very heelish.
I truly believe that Bret Hart screwed Bret Hart. And you can look in the mirror and know that.
Rather than sweep this incident under the rug, Vince capitalizes on it by transforming this real-life incident into a storyline where he reinvents himself as an evil, conniving mastermind.
When
Yeah.
If they had done it right, everybody prospered. Shawn Michaels became the WWF champion off a big win. Vince McMahon became the catalyst to the evil empire, Mr. McMahon, and they handed the hottest wrestler in the world, Bret Hart, to WCW, and they dropped that ball.
They dropped that ball, absolutely.
Welcome back to Dark Side of the Ring.
Absolutely.
They say in the wrestling business,
Hey, Pinhead Larry, what's going on, man?
that story of punching Vince McMahon. Did that come through when you were there filming?
Absolutely. I like how he winds up and he's just like, 14 years. You can really tell he's pissed. When we're telling these stories, it's like we're always looking for those things you can reenact. So anytime a wrestler's telling these stories, we're like nudging each other, like, well, that's gonna be something.
Yeah, it's one
They're
of
giving
the
Kenny the two belts?
of Vince McMahon. All right, guys. I wanna
Which
remind
Kenny?
everybody, stick around at the end of this episode. We're gonna bring it back to the table to discuss more of these.
Oh,
unanswered
Kenny
questions.
Omega.
Some more bonus discussion.
I would assume so. He's gonna get both belts. I would assume so.
Bret's first wife, Julie Hart. So stick around for that. But right now, it's time for the conclusion of the Montreal Screwjob.
Montreal Screwjob. Okay. Jeez, yeah. I mean, what a debacle this was, huh? This is crazy. I mean, what possibly could happen at this point? I mean, even today, I'm still confused about if it's a work, a shoot. I mean, it's just insane. It's insane. Yeah, Roy, we haven't learned anything new today. I will say, well, the interview with Mike Chioda strengthens the case as far as it's being a shoot per se. Hey, Elvis, what's going on? Jacob Collins, the crack elf is back. That's right. That's me. No. But yeah, I mean, it was a work, Jason. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't think it was a work. I really don't think it was a work. But you never know. You really never know. But like I said, if it was a work, it's the greatest work that's ever been done in professional wrestling. If it was a work. And shoot, if it was entirely a shoot, one of the greatest shoots in all of professional wrestling. Well, it wasn't really a shoot per se. Actually, it was a double cross. I mean, the guy was double crossed. And that's basically it. I mean, just like with Wendy Richter and the Spider Lady, 1985. I mean, that was a double cross. So, I really don't know. Hello, King L. Moxley. What's going on? Well, I think it's a shoot. I don't think it's a work. That was the biggest mistake the WWF made. Well, Messiah, I don't think it was a mistake. I think it was incredible what came out of that event. Mr. McMahon became the biggest heel in the history of professional wrestling. Biggest heel ever.
Welcome back to Dark Side of the Ring Confidential.
Hey, welcome back, Codrix. Hello, Dark Angel.
Bret Hart. Where did you land on this?
It was huge.
It's kind of going back to what we were saying.
That's right, Codrix.
About Vince Brett, in my opinion.
I agree. Like, I think that Vince should have been transparent with him.
But then at the same token, as a fan,
Yeah, I know Messiah.
you're sort of like, if this didn't happen, then what would have happened to the wrestling business? Because shortly after that, as we know, Vince McMahon becomes this huge villain character in the WWF universe, which launches into Stone Cold Steve Austin, the Attitude Era, wrestling becomes the hottest.
Jacob, Australia, that's awesome, man.
Guys, stick around. At the end of tonight's episode, we've got a very special bonus clip. But right now, let's get to the conclusion of the Montreal Screwjob.
In the aftermath of the Montreal Screwjob, wrestling changed forever. The fourth wall had fallen. Vince McMahon's villainous character would propel his company into the stratosphere, while Bret Hart would make his lackluster debut in WCW.
Oh, it's a Canadian? Hello? Oh, okay, Dark Angel. I didn't know that. Hello. Brett said Bischoff was an imbecile.
I would be honored to be the referee, but at the same time, we'll never know that because the plans that we did have for Brett were executed so piss poorly because of his just detachment from it all. They didn't get over in WCW. Zero impact. Hey, Bischoff, the WCW. I quit.
He didn't get over. He wasn't used correctly.
Nobody knows if it was really a screw job or not. I happen to believe it was the real thing.
Hey, King L. Andy in the house.
Everybody was in on it and they all did it together.
Yeah, card tricks. Yeah, we're doing a Hall of Fame, man.
He doesn't look too shocked to me. You're gonna spit on Vince and then the Trump's gonna go tight on Vince, get Vince wiping the loogie out of his eye. Vince has been in the TV business his whole life. Nothing's gonna happen without his consent. Everybody knows you're leaving. You're gonna stand in what's now your opposition's ring on a global broadcast, and you're gonna motion the call signs of your competitor. If that's not okayed by a big boss, in my mind, they're gonna cut away from that. I mean, I've never discussed it with Sean, and I wasn't there.
Hey, Silver Goals.
Watching it as an educated fan,
Of course.
complete collaboration by all parties. And that's all I got to say about that.
Scott Hall, he
Do say it was a work. And
got a good point.
Was in on it. No, man. This is the way this piece of history went down.
Conspiracy theorists will always be conspiracy theorists. But unfortunately, sometimes when people want more of a story to be there that just isn't there, they try to create it.
When we did an interview with Scott Hall, he believes that the Montreal Screwjob is this very scripted sort of thing.
He's not one of them too, is he? I'm sorry, it's ludicrous that Scott Hall would say that he didn't talk to Shawn Michaels about this. I know they all talk to each other about everything, but especially about this.
Oh, you're 25% French Canadian. I didn't know that, Dark Angel. Wow, that's cool.
These are death threats. I've gotten a bunch of them, but these were some of the most creative and some of the most picturesque, so I framed these. Get by the ring one more time, you make a target under those lights, you won't know where it comes from. Bye-bye. They pulled it all off.
He framed some of those. That's what I like to do. I like to frame my hate mail and comments. I like to write them down, remember them.
Spit the shits. That's always a chant. In any arena as you screw Brett. We never talked for a long, long time in years. Even though Brett and I are friends now, this is still upsetting. I guess you can kind of break it down a little bit, but
That's right. I'll say the Hall of Fame members in a little bit.
All the way from Vince Russo to Cornette, to Triple H, to Shawn, to me. You know, we all said it. The Montreal Screwjob is remembered all kinds of different ways by all kinds of different people. For the fans, it was like one of the first big behind-the-scenes things that exploded, and they heard about and they realized that there was more intrigue in the locker room and in the boardroom than there sometimes was in the ring.
As soon as you start doing that, as soon as you don't believe it's real anymore, it's not really worth watching.
actually believed in the people.
I take a lot of pride, almost ridiculous pride in being
Andre the Giant.
I believe that
Wow, Jacob, wow. 1:17 p.m. Wow. It's 10:20 here, 10:20 p.m. in New York.
The reality of the situation is that if two guys just could have got over themselves.
Rory, you agree with Hall's theory?
I mean, any final thoughts on, like, Jim?
I've ignored him for years, and it's on and on.
It's my personal enjoyment at this advanced age to remind everybody at every opportunity that he's a liar.
It's freaking wrestling. It means
I will live to piss on his grave, even if I'm in a walker. I've already had this
He's gonna piss on his grave.
He doesn't get me there if I'm not ambulatory. I'll find Vince Russo's grave and I will piss on it. There will be a picture of that hanging on my wall when I pass away. Hate is a hell of a motivator.
That's funny.
Well, there you have it, guys. Awesome episode. We're
That's
back
so
to-
funny.
Let's talk about Scott Hall. He has a theory here that perhaps the Montreal Screwjob was a work. What'd you make of that?
Well, I think it's definitely entertaining, but also confounding, because I have no idea how, knowing Shawn
Cartridge, six individuals so far.
But the origins of that is pretty interesting.
Yeah, a few years ago, Evan and I were at a film festival, and they were premiering.
Okay, Rory, no problem.
Resurrection of Jake the Snake Roberts, and so we went to that screening.
Hey,
Afterwards,
Kenny.
We had heard rumblings that they were going to be watching the Royal Rumble that was on pay-per-view that night in their condo, and they were going to have a couple people come over and hang out and watch it with them. So we called in some favors with some friends, and they got us
Raging
in
Cajun. Really, Dark Angel? Wow.
and we're hanging out with Jake and Scott. While the pay-per-view is playing, they're just sitting around telling stories. And someone says, Scott, what do you think of the Montreal Screwjob? And he just goes, total work. Like, what? You think this is a work? Well, the whole trick of the wrestling business is to make people believe. And when you just look at the results, even though Brett's career may not have went the way he hoped in WCW, everyone made more money as a result of this,
Right.
which does lend itself to conspiracy theorists. Such a fascinating story. The conversation will continue. After the break, we'll be back with more conversation here at the table, answering more unanswered questions, and hearing a new perspective you've never heard before. Julie Hart, Brett's wife
Ooh.
at the time, and we're going to hear from her next.
A new perspective. All right, I look forward to that. All right, we're going to find out something new here.
Kinder Bueno.
Okay, guys, let's take it easy now. What's going on here? Oh, that's nice, Dark Angel. Your dad could be a funny guy, but you have to get him on a roll first. Okay. Okay, Sammy, have a good night. Thank you for stopping by. You too, Lisa. Thank you so much. All right, so here are the 6 inductees into the Hall of Fame. This year, the very first Hall of Fame ceremony, which will air April 8th on our stream. Danny Stanton, Mike Bleasy, John Moxley, Dark Angel, Days 77, and El Andy, King El Andy. And don't forget, guys, I just launched membership, so check it out. You can join the stream now, officially become a member of the stream. So you can officially become a member on the stream. You can join, and whichever tier system you choose, those points will be equivalent to trivia points for the pay-per-view that month. So keep that in mind. Okay. I checked Insta. I don't see anything wrong here though. I don't see anything different. Oh, Gamer Guy, yeah, you won't be seeing Michael Alexander actually because he was banned from the stream. He was banned from the stream. I think if you guys were seeing correctly, Pinhead Larry was saying obscenities on the stream, so it's not a problem to have him timed out or banned from the stream. Pinhead Larry, because he was saying different things on the stream that didn't make quite sense, too much sense. So for that, it's perfectly fine. King L. Andy. Ha! I think he said something else too, Pinhead Larry.
We've just watched the Montreal Screwjob. There's a lot to unpack from this episode, but we'll just
That's Colby? Pinhead is Colby?
I think the legacy of the Screwjob is it's going to stand as
I didn't know that was Colby.
pivotal moments in wrestling history. If this were to happen today, I don't think it would mean nearly as much. Like, I don't think people would frankly give a shit. Because at this point in time in wrestling, like, it's still protected a little bit. They're still not trying to get the secrets of wrestling out. They're protecting it because without that,
Don't worry, Gamer Guy. Everything's good. Don't worry about it.
Wrestling would just become like more widely acceptable as a work, you know, even from the company's point of view. The world title meant something so much more. I mean, Brett takes it that seriously. The company takes it that seriously. So this
Okay, King L. Moxley.
today they're just throwing belts around like it's, you know, crazy.
Yeah, people don't.
I saw something else too, Dark Angels. Yeah.
And the Montreal Screwjob is debated every time the anniversary comes up every year, and it'll continue to happen for generations. Who knows? Maybe hundreds of years from now.
We've talked a lot
Yeah.
about Vince McMahon in this episode. Obviously, he's not going to take part in the Dark Side of the Ring interview, but if you guys were lucky enough to pin him down, what would your one question about the Screwjob to Vince McMahon be?
I would ask him if he could settle the debate as to who pitched him the idea to do the Screwjob. Was it Vince Russo or was it Jim Cornette?
Or what's the thought process? Like, at one point, were you really trying to find a solution? And then at one point, you know, did you decide, okay, we're going to do this? You didn't honor Brett's contract.
Right.
And yet, just a few months later, you're going to dole out a bunch of cash for Mike Tyson to have a few appearances. So what was the thinking there?
Well, one person we haven't heard from yet is Brett's wife at the time, Julie Hart. And I was fascinated to hear that you guys actually sat down with her for season 3. How did you get her to open up and talk about the Screwjob?
It's funny because we interviewed Julie Hart for our upcoming Dynamite Kid episode. And Jason and I are always fascinated
Dynamite Kid.
with the perspectives of spouses of wrestling. They're the ones that always have to deal with all the bullshit. They have no facade to maintain, right? So with Julie, we were interested to get that perspective. I remember at the very end, I was like,
Richard Slater.
you know, you were there for the Montreal Screwjob. I was like, no, Evan, don't do it. Don't go.
Are you saying Brett screwed Brett?
See the clip. She was backstage that night. Here she is, Julie Hart.
Well, I mean, it obviously
I mean,
changed.
you're entitled to your opinion.
Not only Brad, but wrestling, myself, was a game changer. That's for sure. We didn't expect that to happen, really. Brett was going into his depression, I was going into my depression, and things weren't even really good for us at the time anyway. I have lots of ideas about wrestling with shadows.
But what do you remember, like, that day, like, what you felt, like, as it was unfolding? Like, what was going through your mind at the time?
Oh,
Don't worry, Dark Angel. It's fine.
He really did. He did it. He really pulled a fast one.
Wow, powerful stuff. I mean, you get to see not only what we saw on camera, but the depression that followed. Julie can speak to that, right?
I think the final nail in the coffin for any conspiracy theory is that Brett didn't prosper in this at all. Brett was depressed. You know, he went to WCW, he was underutilized. I think that's kind of the final nail in the coffin.
Last question, fellas. What was your overall experience and takeaway from working on the Montreal Screwjob?
I think for me, like, you know, it was challenging because this is a story that's been talked about so much, and there is Screwjob fatigue. And I think it also was the first time where when this episode aired, like, immediately all these Screwjob historians and scholars were picking apart everything.
Yeah,
Which, the Screwjob really ruined Brett's career and life.
Wrestling historians will really pick apart everything you do.
I think it did.
Filmmakers, like, our approach is
He was never the same again. He was never the same again, Brett.
Just like, you know, 'cause that would be just boring, quite frankly. And wrestling fans.
No, don't worry, Rory. Everything's good.
The thing that we're most focused on, the thing that we're most
Just that.
it's not a retelling of the facts. It's
I know
more
Pinhead
about,
Larry
like, the emotion
said something wrong, but you timed him out, then brought him back and timed him out again.
and those are the areas
That's
that
that's all.
Well, I want to thank you guys for all of your
But don't worry about it. Everything's good.
episode. And I want to thank everybody for watching this very special edition of Dark Side of the Ring Confidential.
Good show. Good show. Wow, Dark Side of the Ring Confidential. All right, guys. So I want to thank you so much for joining me tonight. It was a pleasure to see you guys, and I will definitely do a live stream tomorrow for AEW Dynamite. AEW Dynamite. We're gonna have a good time tomorrow as well. Bring your thinking caps. It's gonna be fresh new trivia right off the presses.
Tomorrow?
Hot off the presses.
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
Tomorrow is Wednesday.
Yeah, tomorrow's Wednesday.
You already did Monday and Tuesday. So evil.
Anytime. Okay, guys, so I want to thank you so much for joining me tonight. And I hope you all be safe and be well. And I'll see you guys again tomorrow night for AEW Dynamite and Little Twist of NXT. Have a great night, everybody, and I'll see you guys again real soon. Don't forget, guys, check out the membership. If it's in your best interest to join the channel, become a member, and your points will be added for the pay-per-view. So those points will add on to the pay-per-view this Sunday. Top 3 trivia scores will win prizes.
I'm officially jealous of you guys.
So keep that in mind. That's right. That's right. I take good care of these subscribers here. All right, Steve. Okay, anytime, guys. I hope you all be safe and be well. Each and every one of you guys. Elvis, Kenny, Moxley, Dark Angel, everybody.
How sad.
Everybody on the stream.
Really sad. Hey, look at you laughing. Man, so disappointed.
That's right, King Cullen. I was here to pump you up. That's right. But have a happy St. Patty's Day tomorrow.
You better just scream. If you're not, get out.
We'll be fully St. Patrick's Day tomorrow. I hope so, Richard. I hope CM Punk does return one day. I hope he does. King Elvis, you know, I don't think that'll ever get solved, you know. I don't think it'll ever get solved, to be honest. But that's the beauty of the screw job. That's the one thing in wrestling that we could definitively say it could go either way. And that's the one thing you can't say for sure was fake or real. It's so convoluted. So many stories, so many sides of the stories. I mean, you look at the footage, I mean, it's just so, it's so crazy, you know, like, that's how it is. All right, guys, so have a great night tonight. I'll see you guys again tomorrow night on the live stream. Be safe and be well, each and every one of you, and I'll see you guys again real soon on the live stream.
That's not right, honey. That's not right.
Okay, guys, good night, everybody. MATTROISE signing out. Be safe and be well. Good night, everybody. Still can't take these ears off.